Hey, and welcome back to my channel. It's Ashley here, and if you are new, hey girl, hey. So today I'm excited because I'm gonna be sharing some awesome Halloween decor for you guys. So I have 9 of them. I didn't quite make it to 10, but I do have 9 really cool Halloween ideas. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so for this first DIY, I am going to be painting this pre-made sign. So I picked this up from Joann's. I actually used this sign in my fall video, but I actually really didn't use it, but this is what I actually used it for. So if you guys watched that fall video, this is what the sign was used for. And I'll also have that linked in the cards. So after I got that nice and painted, now I'm going to add this little jack-o'-lantern sticker adhesive. You guys know I love to use Target Bullseye's wood stickers. I pick them up every time because they're so useful in many different things. You can use them for a lot. And so I'm just going to press that onto this sign, and then after I did that, I'm going to start to work on the top part. So the twine, I just cut that off, and then I added these wood beads to it. And then after I added the wood beads, I just attached this back using my stapler. Also, another thing that I did was I just dry brushed the frame. So I put a little bit of paint on my brush, dried it, and then just brushed that right on. So this is how the sign turned out. It is so cute, very simple to do. So the wood beads, if you decide to hang this up, I would definitely recommend using some smaller beads because when I tried to hang this up, it was a little difficult to do so. So I just did this as a table decor piece with the beads on top. But all in all, this makes for some really cute, simple Halloween decor. So for this next DIY, I'm going to be using the little square signs that you can get from the Dollar Tree. You guys know I love to use these. So this one was made a little bit different. Normally I could just pop out the middle portion, but this was connected a little different. So I just popped the sides and then I pulled the middle part out. After I got that middle portion out, I'm just going to spray paint the back, and then I came in with some chalk paint. The color is sheepskin, and I added that on top of there as well. After that was nice and dry, I just popped this back into the frame, and then I glued the sides back together, and they fit perfectly, and it looked like I never even pulled that piece apart. Next, I'm just going to take the Woodward Spooky that you can get from the Dollar Tree. I thought it was so cute, and I'm just going to spray paint it black. So I'm actually using my chalkboard spray paint just to give it that matte look, but you can just get some plain black spray paint to do this. So after the spray paint dried, I'm going to take my spray adhesive and these crushed glass pieces, and I'm going to add this on top of the spooky sign. So I sprayed the adhesive on there first, and then now I'm just going to add this crushed glass on top, just like you would glitter. I'm not a fan of glitter, so I'm definitely not going to be using glitter, and this crushed glass works so much better, and it's not as messy as using glitter. It won't get on your hands and all that stuff. So anyways, after I put that on, just to kind of clean this up, I'm just going to be taking this little small paintbrush, and I'm just going to brush away the areas that I don't need so that we can definitely see the word spooky and the ghost that is on top. So the last thing I did was I took my E6000, added a little bit to the sides where the Y and the S was, and then I just simply placed this on the frame and not the actual back. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this DIY because I'm going to show you the previous one that I just did and this one together. So all I did was I took this little rectangle plaque and I spray painted it black. Next, I'm going to take these acrylic letters that I made from my fall DIYs that I had left over. Again, I'm going to have those linked up in the cards if you want to check that out. But I made these with the molds, and then now I'm just going to spray paint these. So after I spray painted them, I'm just going to distress them a little bit, and then I'm just simply going to add them to the little small plaque using my hot glue. So here's the end result for both of those DIYs that I just shared. So I love how both of these turned out. They were both really simple to do, and they make the perfect decor pieces for those 3- and 2-tiered trays to just plop these on there. And you can also create like a gallery wall using these as well. For this next DIY, I'm going to be using the dollar store skeleton head, and I'm just going to mix the 2 of my spray paint. So I'm using Heirloom White and Smokey Beige, and I'm just spraying them on top of each other, mixing them together. And then I let this dry. And after this dried, I am just going to take this little rhinestone kit that I got from Amazon, which I'll have all the stuff that I got from Amazon linked down below. But it came with the rhinestones and this little wax tip pin to help you pick up the rhinestones easily. And I'm just gonna start to add those rhinestones onto the skeleton. So with this part, you can just have fun with it. If you want to draw out your design before you actually put the rhinestones on there, you can, but I just kind of like started to put the rhinestones wherever I saw that they would look good, and this ended up turning out amazing. I love this skeleton, so simple to do. So one of the things, I was using my hot glue, but I would definitely recommend just using like the precision tip E6000 and adding the E6000 on there, and then just adding those rhinestones because it makes the flow of this go so much faster. And here is the final result of my skull head. I didn't go crazy with the rhinestones. I think I put just enough. I absolutely love this. It was so simple to do, and it really makes some really cute Halloween decor. So for this DIY, I'm going to create a Halloween wreath. So I'm just going to use this little wood bead round that you can get from Hobby Lobby, and these florals that you can get from Joann's, and I'm just going to start to attach these onto this beaded hoop. So I'm just going to be using the floral wire and also just my hot glue to attach this. There is some floral wire that you can use that's like black, so if you are using like black flowers and stuff, you can use that floral wire. But I'm just going to, again, just add my flowers using hot glue and this wire to put all of this together. I also did use these pretty like black flowers that I got from Micheals as well, and I just picked them off and I started to attach them around the wreath as well to give it a little bit more fullness. And then after that, I'm going to take this cute little skeleton hand that I got from Micheals, and I'm just going to attach that using my hot glue to the center. And that is all I did for this wreath. Very, very simple. I love how this turned out, and I love the black. It's a nice contrast between the bone and the wood beads. Looks so good. I love this, and this is just some nice simple decor to hang up for Halloween. Moving along to the next DIY. So for this one, I am going to be using my Cricut. So I just went into Design Space and I typed in with my favorite font. You guys already know it is Mango Salsa, and I just typed in like Elm Street, Crystal Lake, because I'm just going to be adding it to this cute little sign that I got from Target. So I cut those words out, and then after I got those words cut out, I started to weed everything. So just removing the vinyl, and the vinyl that I'm using is permanent vinyl. So after I was done weeding the words, the next thing I did was I started to transfer these words. So just adding the transfer tape on top, and then taking this little stake. I got it from Target Bullseye, so I believe it was like $3, and I'm just going to add each of the words onto each of the little arrows. Just that simple. And you can get this done in no time, literally like under 30 minutes. So this sign is going to be perfect for the indoor plants. So if you have those, you can just stick this in there to kind of dress them up for Halloween. Super, super easy to do, and very, very cute, simple decor. For this next DIY, I'm going to be taking the cute little ghost that you can get from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to spray paint it using that same mixture combination that I did earlier with the skull. And then after that, I'm going to start to tape this off to create stripes. So then after I tape that off and I spray painted this with some black spray paint, I'm just going to remove that tape. After I removed that tape, the next thing I did was the same thing that I did with that spooky sign, and I just sprayed some adhesive on top of it, and then I'm going to add the crushed glass on top of that. Once I added all that crushed glass that I needed, I'm just going to remove the tape, and then I'm going to shake off the excess. So next I'm going to be creating the floating frame look, and I'm going to add the ghost to the center. So I'm going to be using these two 8x10 frames that you get from the dollar store, and I'm just going to remove everything, and I'm going to place my ghost onto one of the glass pieces with E6000, and then I'm going to let that dry. So I've spray painted the frame the same color of the ghost, and now I'm going to add everything together. So the first thing I did was I placed the frame down, and then I placed that front glass on top. And then I took these little foam pieces that were originally on the matted frame. So you want to make sure you get the 8x10s that have the matting. And I just simply cut those down to the size that I needed for the top and the bottom, so you would not be able to see that. And I cut those using my X-Acto knife. Next, I'm just going to attach those little foam pieces to the top and the bottom using my hot glue. And that is going to help with the floating part, so this back piece will not touch the top, and it's going to have that floating effect with the two glass pieces. And then I'm just going to attach it to the frame using my hot glue. So after that, I'm just going to take my twine and I'm going to add some wood beads to that, and then I'm going to add those wood beads to the top, just like I did the little pumpkin frame from earlier. Another thing you can do is make sure that you spray paint the back of your frame, but I just went ahead and painted it. And then I'm just going to snip off the excess twine. And that's it for this cute little ghost. Love how this turned out. Very, very simple, very clean, very cute, but fun decor to hang up to decorate for Halloween. For this DIY, I'm going to be using the foam tombstones that you can get from Micheals, and I just took one and I spray painted it. And then after I spray painted it, I'm just going to add some of those rhinestones using my hot glue and my little wax tip pen. So I'm just going to add those where the R, the I, and the P is. And then after I got those done, I added 2 rhinestones to the eye of the skull. Next, I'm going to take one of these small square framed out decor pieces you can get from the dollar store, and I popped out that center portion and I spray painted it black just to kind of clean it up a little bit. And then I simply just added the tombstone using my hot glue to the center of it, and that was all I did for this DIY. And that is it for this one. Really, really simple. Very, very cute, just to add to like a 3-tiered or 2-tiered tray. If you don't want to add it to the trays, you can definitely, like, again, make a little gallery wall, add that up there, or anywhere else that you want to add this to the house. Very cute, but different Halloween decor. So I saved the best for last. This is my absolute favorite. Like, I am in love with this. So I'm going to take the wooden skeletons that you can get from the dollar store, and I got 3 of them, and I removed the twine at the top, and then I covered up those holes just using some spackling. I added that blue tape to the back, and then I covered the holes up, and then I sanded those down, and then I'm just going to spray paint these that I think I did Smoky Beige. I spray painted them the Smoky Beige color, and after I let those dry, I'm just going to add them to these cute pre-made signs that you can get from Hobby Lobby. So to attach these to the signs, I'm just going to be using my hot glue with Gorilla glue sticks, or you can use E6000, and I'm just going to simply glue these on to this sign. So I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to make sure that the body is nice and in the center, and also that I have enough room for the feet at the bottom and then my head at the top. And then once you get that placed down, you're going to press your skeleton down, and then you're going to be able to kind of move your skeleton around and I can't think of the word right now, but like put him into place. I don't even know what I'm saying. So the feet, I just attach those with my hot glue. Pose. So you're gonna pose your skeletons how you want to. So I'm just posing my skeletons. So I decided to do hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. And so I did each of those skeletons in that way. So for this skeleton, it's gonna be hear no evil. So I'm just moving the hands up to where the ears would be, and then I'm going to glue down the head first, and then I'm going to glue down the hands to where they need to be placed onto the skeleton head. And then I just added the other 2 skeletons the same way, gluing them down, posing them how I want to. And it's really cool with these skeletons because the way they are with the hoops and stuff, you can just pose them however you want. So you can do silly poses, you can do serious poses, whatever you want to do. I just thought it would be cool to do the hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil, being that it's like Halloween, so it just made the most sense to me. So this one is going to say speak no evil, and then the last one is just going to be see no evil. And that is all I did to this. I absolutely love how this turned out. Again, like I said, I saved the best for last. This was so simple to put together, super cute. Love that it's neutral, but you can do whatever colors you choose to do, but you guys know I love neutrals. There's so many different ways that you can style this, that you can put these together, that you can pose these. These are super fun to play with, and I'm just in love. Like, this is hands down one of my favorite DIYs that I have done on my channel. So that is it for this video. Those are all of the DIYs that I did this year for Halloween. I really hope you enjoyed this video and it gave you some ideas of things that you can do to decorate for Halloween this year. All of these were super simple, very nice and clean. Just the skeletons are my favorite. But anyways, please let me know which one was your favorite down below. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, make sure you click on that subscribe button and you hit that notification bell so you'll always be up to date with my latest tutorials, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!